Okay, we are now live. This is part 28 of the game engine coding live stream, and I'm going to look into rumble and haptic feedback on controllers, implementing that into the engine. A couple of things I want to copy over to my server. Wow, probably give people some time to come on. Right, that one opened that for. Okay, so what I'll actually do is delete these files. I'll put this over here. And I'll whack the TV shows together. Ooh, this wants to crash. Okay, so missing the bracket. Okay, yeah. Go. Don't know why I do not have number 2. That's the one I want. Pull this bad boy. Herdingen says hello, Mr. Herdingens. Let's continue with all of this stuff. Let me open up the Visual Studio project. Live stream. No. Is it a live stream? Yeah, of course it's a live stream. It's the code that we want. Windows, SLN. Here we go. Yes, let's give it a recovery. Ring. There we go. Okay, so yeah, rumble. C++ haptic feedback. Let's put C++. I'm pretty sure when we were looking, there was some potential other API that we could use. As long as we can enable the vibration, don't really care where we get it from. Oh, gestures are done, and we have, yeah, gestures are done. So we got, let me open up Paint. Corresponding motion the controller spin at a certain amount of RPM. I'm not really fussed about how it's done. I just want to, get an implementation. So SML doesn't support it built in. So looking at alternative ways, SDL does support it built in. Don't want to be switching to SDL at the moment, or I'm happy with SML. I mean, I'm looking after the C++ library that I could access and trigger some sort of vibration. If I can, then that'll be great. And but yeah, we got the gestures done. So we got all. Let me do this. So we got all 8 of these gestures done. Then we also got the gesture done where you spin. I mean, it just detects spinning in general and spinning the other way as well. How long you've been spinning for, how many full circles you've done. So that's before we did that, we got how many degrees we've done in total. So if you say 480, that'd be 1 full spin, and obviously an extra 120 degrees. We also there was another thing that was going to implement, which was actually no, that was irrelevant. That we also implement dead zone as well. That was really easy. That was like, 20 minutes, I think dead zone was less than 20 minutes, 18 minutes maybe. And yeah, so don't really need much of this now. Yeah, so just want to know how to actually access the information of the controller. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. Again, if there ideally is a C++ library that I can include, and send, make the controller vibrate, that's great. Again, I'm not looking for. I don't know what the max control of the RPM of the controller modes are. Let's have a look. And I'm guessing it'll be different based on each controller. But let's say, I would assume Xbox is probably the one the most information about. So Xbox controller motor RPM. Ooh, motor specs, that might actually be pretty useful. Plus there's usually 2 types of motors as well. I think there's usually a smaller one and a larger one in a lot of the controllers. One for let me just put my hello Sona, hello Bank 21 kilohertz. It'll probably turn out that KHZ stands for something else in name. When I see makes very difficult, smiley on the outside, crying on the inside. Oh yeah. What is your name on the Sonar system Discord chat? It might be Bank 21 megahertz. Okay, so we're just having a quick look. If there is anything to do with RPM here. Don't know. Okay. So yeah, so we're looking at the I'm sure SD Haptic feedback. Let's have a look. Because you never know, that might actually be super easy to do. Just to use the because we don't need window, we don't need any of that stuff. I mean, possibly. Let's have a look. So if I was to if I just copy and paste that, it's gonna take a few minutes. So while that does that, I can't remember how to set up SDL again, so I'm gonna have to have a look at a YouTube video that I've created one before on it. So let's look at that. Ooh, Justin Timberlake TV show. I'll check that out after. SDL Sonar Systems. Yeah, that's what we need right there. I do want to continue with this tutorial series. I have not done it since, for almost 4 years now. There's a lot more features I want to add in there. Download the latest version of it. Where's the download button? Made with SDR Half-Life Alyx. I think it's I'm positive that Valve only use the SDR for the window rendering stuff. Definitely not sure if it uses it beyond that. It's sort of misleading. I think like the suggestion might be, oh, it's entirely or predominantly made in that, which is not the case. I can't remember which one it was to download. So it was the development binaries VC, development binaries VC. Taking too long to do anything.
It is. Then go to General, go to Additional Include Directories, click Edit, click New, click the 3 dots, navigate to the SDL folder that you downloaded and put somewhere for safekeeping. Go to Include, click Select Folder, click OK, go to Linker, General. Now you want to go down to Additional Library Directories, click Edit, click New, 3 dots. You want to go back to that SDL folder, go to lib, now select your 64-bit or 32-bit folder, I'm doing 32-bit, obviously, because like I said, I'm using 32-bit. But if you want to use 64-bit, you just use the 64-bit folder. Click select folder, click OK, go to input, go to additional dependencies, edit, and you need to add sdl2.lib and sdl2 main.lib. Click OK, apply, OK. There's one last thing that you need to do before we can start.
What's it like hearing your own voice? Honestly, I'm pretty used to it because of the tutorial stuff, to be fair. It sounds weird because the actual the quality of the recording is bad. That's actually what is weird about it. Is not the voice part that much, and it's more just the actual audio part. What is weird is when, let's say I'm somewhere, or there's a bunch of people around. I'm on my phone, and I open up a video that I've created. Maybe I want to check the comments, or check the video or something. Don't realize the audio is on, and then my voice comes up loud. That feels more weird than just generally hearing, because I've purposely gone and put it on, then turn the volume up. I think it would have felt weird if I didn't have the volume off, then purposely put it up. So I think because I chose to do it, it didn't feel weird. But yeah, let me have a look at this. I think most people do, because even if I can avoid it, I'd rather not do it. But I'm used to it enough, and I know that's though it sounds weird to me, because obviously when I'm saying it, I'm hearing it via air conduction and bone conduction as well. Obviously, when everyone else hears it, they're just hearing it through air conduction. No, I don't think. You got a nice voice, so yeah, that's all good. I don't like the sound of my voice when I hear it. It sounds fine now when I'm talking, but I don't like it when I hear it in a recording. But saying that, the tutorial stuff I find more palatable to the ear of my own voice than I do when I'm just generally having some sort of conversation, especially when I'm laughing. Ahoy, Kusa. Okay, so okay, so we're gonna see if this works. So we've got SDL. Munna, not you. She knows. She knows. With GitHub. There we go. So just paste it here. There we go. And let's see. So I want to make it dynamic. I don't want to be using. I'm going to do this for all platforms. I really should update the other thing for all platforms as well, but I haven't. And additional include directories. Yeah, there's different options for the 32-bit as well. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to copy this. Copy that. Give me 1 second. 32-bit and 64-bit. Yeah, okay. Now, actually, now there's different ones for different ones, isn't there? Yeah, so I'll just stick with 32-bit. the active 32-bit. Let me create another one, and this is going to be SDL. I'm pretty sure it was hash include, not hash, / include. Yes, it was indeed. Okay, and go to linker general and go over to no, do not want that. Don't think that saved the previous one. Oh my. The message got retracted. But when that's ready, so I'll get. Had you know, further above him after 2 days just came to visit his family before the lockdown restrictions turn up, so I am not at home with him today. Yeah, it got deleted. x86. Apply that bad boy. Go to input. We need the sdl2.lib, the sdl2 main.lib. Boom, boom, boom. Give it a build without including any files just to see what would happen, and then all goes well. We do hashtag include SDL. Don't I need to do an SDL /? That's not. Okay, no, I will do that. I would prefer it like that, to be fair. Let's do this for now. Let's give this a build. Let's see what would happen. I don't like this for some reason. I might have more time to do some coding then. Gonna get back to the coding stuff even when she gets back as well, so we'll get back to some normalcy, and she will be in the live streams as well. SEO_main must return a value. Yeah, it really should. I don't know why that never returned the value. That's a strange. Why that never returned a value at all. comment this and see if it still works. I need to plug this in. Well, I'll just return 0 into the main function, or change your C++ scheme to C++17, then VS will take care of it. I'll try to exit success. That didn't work, but I'll change it to 0 because I know exit success, depending on the compiler, can have a different value. Hence why, in many ways, it is a better version. But I'll try that 1 second. You see, that worked. I'll build that. Another CPP that should be over here anyway. Let's have a look. So let's try building it with return 0. Nah, it's, is that a different error now? Again, it's possible that I need some extra code. I believe I do. I believe I need the argument potentially. I'm pretty sure SDL is iffy like that. Yeah, XE_success success does work. It is. I'm positive. I am absolutely positive that's what it's gonna be. Setup Windows doesn't really actually matter. Visual Studio main.cpp. I'm gonna change this back. Build it. See if we still got the same error. That error will disappear. Probably getting the one in a second. Yep, still same error. Yeah, I'm just literally trying to include it so that way I can also use some SDL functionality. Just return the macro. Yeah, just return the macro. But I'm positive it is because of this. Because we don't have the argument count and the argument value. There we go, that works. So yeah, I remember when I was actually doing the tutorials for SDL, the code I got online had the argument count and argument value and it worked, and I removed them thinking I'm not actually using them in my main, but SDL needs them. So there we go. Okay, so let's have a look at the haptic feedback stuff. Okay, so complete example, blah blah blah. I don't know. Let me try this. I'm gonna connect the controller up. Yep, that works. Good stuff. Apparently Steam is on. Didn't realize Steam was on. What was downloading? Got a few things to be fair. So how did you watch your hobby coding live? Let's see what the answer is. I'll still leave that there. Just need it here as well. Boom, 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 boom. Pop. Ooh, joystick identifier does not work. Okay, yeah. Oh, we need to create an actual thing for the joystick as well. SDL joystick. Okay, so joystick. SDL joysticks. I mean, that 0 will obviously refer to. And we're not doing any axis events at all. I forgot to copy this. So if it's joystick 0, let's have a look. Again, I don't know how SDL obviously. We need the DLL stuff. We need the DLL stuff in the debug folder right here. So if I give that a run now, that's strange why it's not. Strange, I don't know what's happening there. So if I get rid of that. Okay, so is this something to do with this? Question is what? So if I was just comment out this, will this yield something similar or not? Nope, that's fine. Let me uncomment this amount of code out. Does it? I couldn't find it anywhere. Have a like, if you can find it, that would be great. That'll be even better. For force feedback. I'll have a look in a second, but I honestly genuinely couldn't find it. Okay, so this is where it was messing up. I think it might be because we're on the wrong controller potentially. I'll go up to 5 and see what happens. So this is gonna be the. No, I'll give me an error standard. Yeah, the M joystick on a system. Let's say for the 5. Let's just try that, and let me actually get rid of this. You know, comment that out. Ooh, no, it's to this one, isn't it? Technically that should be triggering vibration. Well, obviously it did not at that moment. Didn't at this moment either. Amazing as always. Oh yeah. Any luck? Let me just actually put in the check. This is a lot quicker that way. Let me search for it. Oh, if I did this, I'm just gonna print this out. STD C out. Print that out. Instead of putting joystick there, I'll literally just put this here. That should produce the same sort of result. Let me build that, make sure it still works. I'm gonna comment that out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is checking the first 9 sticks. Now, I mean, we get -1 for all of them. So for some reason, it's not even detecting the sticks. Whack on a YouTube video of somebody doing SDL joysticks. Yeah, Cody Made Easy has done one. Check his out.
So, yeah, we might have a bunch of joysticks or gamepads or controllers. This will return how many joysticks there actually are. So, if the joysticks are, if we have less than.
Oh, we haven't initialized the joystick stuff. Started up probably don't help. What was the method again? It was SDO underscore init. SDO underscore init. SDO underscore these haptic feedback and a bunch of other stuff. Let me just do this first and then I'll trickle down to exactly what we need. Yeah, so it is 0. So it is number 0. Could do with whacking that original set of code back on here. So let me copy that. Let me get the original stuff back here over here. Guess I've overwritten it in the clipboard. Get that number of buttons thing again.
Well, the SDL log bug purpose addition or just with axe you put on E right there. No, so access my controller. And
Let's see what it actually does in the second part.
Also, don't forget to sign up. The role would just say if you opted in, you just use this and then just print it in here, and then that will do the same thing for you. But anyways, that's it for the tutorial. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to like my page. Okay, so that should be 32 zeros, and hopefully it works this time. And it did not work this time, so we need that. So the X now is
What was that line that I used? Gain the number of keys. It was actually from his video.
is equal.
Or was it from his video? Can't remember now. Any luck here? Any luck at all? You was a line to get the number of buttons. What was it? Let's have a look. SDL. Number of buttons, that was it. Yeah, I saw that there was some proposal. People were asking for it, but yeah, I couldn't find anything with SFML either. So I'm trying to actually get it implemented right now. It ain't working at the moment, so it's trying to get it to work. Let me run that and see what we get. So we got 16. But why is the controller not vibrating? So we are on the right one. Again, this is some code I've copied off the official website. This may be incomplete. You know, that is possible. But also when I had this in there, it didn't work. So there is a suggestion that there may be something afoot. Then again, it seemed like an overkill to use SDL just to make the force video of the joysticks working with what you. Yeah, I do agree with that idea. But saying that, SDL does have, again, I haven't done this yet, but SDL does have this cool thing where you can just initialize the part of, you know, what you want. So it's no, not crazy overkill. I think it's less overkill and more extra redundancy, because there's a lot of features that SDL has. I mean, SFML has that SDL does as well. Again, there was the discussion of potentially making this work later on with SDL. Potentially this could pave the way for that. Also, even if it doesn't, it might just mean that when we try and implement a feature, we'll look for SFML. If we don't have it, we can just immediately go to SDL, and that would probably cover most features. But again, this ain't working at the moment. As far as I'm aware, I would assume that you could do the SDL haptic vibration stuff without actually needing to create a SDL window. That's what I would assume, but again, it is possible that is not the case. Again, these do not work. That don't want to load. I'll have a quick look in case anything online for it. SDL. Was it haptic feedback? Haptic. SDL haptic. We got this, but I watched this before. This was just some guy testing it, but he never actually gave the code. Let me have a look, see if the code is in the description or a link to it's in the description. This will be interesting. It's not a long video. We'll check that out.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use it. And
Okay, that don't really mean much.
we can specify that elsewhere in the code. So we can just do bind. This would be bind.
I'd already checked this out.
Access, and this would be bind. Gives us like 127 positive values.
Know what we want. Know what we want, and yes, literally nothing special.
Software. The reason I bring this up is recently, are you familiar with the game designer Jonathan Blow? He referenced you in a keynote he was given, and he said that you would talk about technology naturally decays because skills naturally fade. And one of the things he identified was a decay in software, degradation in software. Is this something we have to address in doing something like going indoors, and since all this stuff runs on software?
Well, software is an increasing part of any piece of technology. I mean, Tesla, the car is extremely configurable. It's basically like a laptop on wheels. So software matters enormously there. And really, for example, for full autonomy, the only gating factor is software. The hardware is all there that's required. It has been for the last couple of years. Well, the final piece of hardware was upgrading the computer to have more compute power. So software is extremely important. The point you're alluding to, which is that, what I was referring to is technology does not automatically improve. People are used to the phone being better every year. Although I'm an iPhone user, but I think like some of the recent software updates have been like not great. So like getting at that point, like broke my email system. Like what that? It's quite fundamental. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of software out there, and some of it's like the people that wrote it are retired or maybe dead. So like now, how do you fix it? It's gonna be an issue. We definitely need a lot more smart people working software.
Nah, he's just talking about comment that Jonathan Blow made, that's all.
Old code bases and not just maintain them forever, because the difficulty of maintaining them becomes extremely high. At a certain point, you just gotta redo the code base.
I agree with that. That end statement. Don't agree with everything they say, but I do agree with that aspect of it. Sometimes you just gotta, life in general, sometimes you just gotta tear it down and rebuild. Okay. This stream's been about an hour. Haven't really had much luck, to be fair. So there's something here. That's gamepad input. We got some vibration stuff here. The X input vibration. So again, are we just limiting it to X input? I mean, that's not that big of a deal. So what does that actually provide? So let's have a quick open with Sublime, and here we go. Let's see what this guy does. So we include this gamepad.h file. What is that? So that's accessing xinput.h. So is that built in? Can I actually access that? Let me have a look. It is indeed. Ooh. So again, don't really have that much of an issue with all this other stuff, so let me try this. So let me try gamepad.h. We need these two files. We're gonna whack them. I'll put this in the book folder. Assuming there isn't one already there. There is not. And this is dated the 23rd of December 2020. Okay, so if I whack it in the code, I mean technically it is an external library. Technically it is an external library, you know. I call it Rumbo. Have a folder called include. Have a folder called src. Let's try it. So with external libraries, Windows, Rumble / include. know if we'll get an error from the gamepad.h because technically it's in a different folder. If I open this up, that goes back. Then we go into include. I'm gonna do that just in case anyway. So the advent of code stuff, the advent of code. Okay, so let me have a look at. Let me open this bad boy up. So let me. You know what? I'm going to literally copy all of this, and I will delete stuff as I need them. Delete and move stuff as I need them. First of all, let me comment this out. What this Lua says, hello Lua, just coding a game engine. So that's basically what we're doing. We're making a game engine. So we're gonna grab that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Put this in here. Give this a run. And let's see what we get. We get an error, that's what we get. I do not know what the error. Let's try putting that there. Let me try deleting this. Let me see what happens. Something in SDL main. Let me get rid of this. Well, there's 6 there. And if that messed anything up. I don't know what that is moaning about at all. Could it be more about some of that code? Let's have a look. Reopen this. Let's see what they did. IO stream. I mean, technically could be a mess up on that end, but probably get an IO stream included from one of the others, to be fair. So I doubt it's that, to be fair. Let's just try opening that up and see what happens. Give this an upgrade. Okay, so it works in here. This is pretty cool, to be fair, what this guy has implemented. Try running that again. Do you do any vibration stuff in here? It does have some haptic stuff. So if I actually just open up the gamepad.h, what's he got in here? So he's got set rumble. How do you trigger the rumble? Or is that it? Is that literally, is that the thing there? You set rumble. I don't know, let's have a look. Again, it's possible that he's got some extra stuff set in the settings, and that's why it ain't working for us. We'll have a look in a second anyway. I'll whack it in here. Undo gamepad set rumble. I don't know, 9, 0. I don't know what that's technically meant to range from. It's working. So literally moving around the... Nice, moving my mouse now. Okay, so that works in here. Let me see if I put it as 1. How intense is the vibration now? Yeah, let's have a look at what the actual range is. Might be in his like actual guide. Okay, so range is between 0 and 1. Okay, so if I was to do 0.1, we should get a pretty low intensity vibration there. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll put it on the mic. Put it on the table. Very subtle. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Let me try. This is the right motor now. That is definitely a different type of vibration, that is. Okay, so that is that working. Now I want to know why I'm working in our project. This is probably going to be a two-parter thing. Nothing I can see in the obvious areas. No. Why ain't it working in our project? Let me see what if I just comment these two lines out. Literally, this should be like the way it was in. Yeah, something that I don't like. X button. Yeah, where is it getting X button from? Okay, yes, from there. Oh, do we need to define something that we haven't defined, but it's defined in the others potentially? Button. I can't see it defined anywhere. Oh, actually, it technically that is the definition. Sorry. Fix your posture. Yeah, my posture should be fixed. To be fair, in all fairness, literally today, I was sitting on the bed for quite a while. My lower back was a bit. Is actually hurting. To be fair, so I really do need to sort out my posture. Why ain't this working in our project? So what about it is weird in our project? So we get Livestream, we got Gamepad H. It's literally the same. Okay, they got return 0 and got return success. I can't see why that would make any bit of a difference. No, it did not. Haha, looks like you are sleeping on your sofa now while your wife is gone. Nah, I'm just sleeping on the bed. The two pillows we put there because they're really comfortable, and they're spare ones. Because for getting married, my mum bought a bunch of new stuff for the bed, like duvets and sheets, and new pillows and pillow sheets, etc., etc. So like the old ones, which are like the duck and goose feather gown, whatever they are, some sort of feather stuff. Honestly, I prefer pillows over cushions. I've never been a big. These cushions aren't too bad for the sofa, but I still prefer pillows. Thanks for the tutorials. You're welcome. Watched a few today from my college app. Good stuff. Good to hear that they helped. Yeah, so I don't know why this ain't working at all. I think it's something to do with legit that gamepad H. Or do I need to... Should I put it here? And put it there? And let me try that. Let me legit just try grabbing hold of it. Okay, so what's he got in here? Anything of any use that we can copy? Nope, 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 no, 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 nope. None of that seems obvious that we would need it. Let me grab this. Maybe we can't include it like a library file. That is possible that we cannot. So let me go to our project. I've already got it right here. Let me just see how that's from our structure. So we got the include. Where's the CPP stuff actually? But the CPP stuff is compiled to libs. That's the reason we can't access it. The libs is the... Yes, I get it. So so just an additional include directory. Let me just put it into directly into the code. This would technically be in the engine. It would be actually I've already got folder code external right here. Why am I overcomplicating it? I gotcha. You are waiting for the waifu pillow sheets to arrive. I don't get the reference or the joke. Okay, so whack that there. Boom, 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 chicka, boom, boom. Let me go to properties. Let me change this, aka remove rumble. So that is giving an error, which it should do. Just building it. Let's see what we get now. Can't remember if it was at the build part we was getting all those errors or at the run part we was getting the errors. I cannot remember now. We'll find out in a second. cannot open source file. Is it because it's literally not in here? Cause can I do a quick reload of it? I can't. Let me literally add this manually. So if I go to engine, if I go to core, not core, external, if I was to drag and drop that onto here, there we go. Let me do the same for the source folder. Try giving this a run. Let's see what we get. We get errors again still. Cannot open this up for some reason. Obviously can't open it up from here. So this is where we are. So if we go back one, then back again, how many times do we need to go back? Probably can see it from the from here. Oh yeah, we can just do external like that. See what we get. Close that down. Let's open up the main. Close that one down. We get less errors now. Let's just try accessing it that way instead. Still getting errors now. What is it? Oh no. Oh duh. That one didn't work then because it was meant to be gamepad. Let me try running that. I have a lot of confidence now that it's going to work. Oh, did it work? Yeah, the buttons work. That's good. Let me. Oh my god! Never use / in your hash include directories. If you do stuff like this, something is broken, you find things just in, and you can fix that. If you have to do stuff like this, something is broken, you can fix that by adjusting your include path. Yeah, I've, didn't go down that route. As you can see, I didn't, do that route. So it was just a little momentary relapse. What was the RBM again? What did RBM stand for again? It was the input. Rapid button mode, and that's what it was. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna activate the vibration. Actually, I'll do it on a button press. So I will say get button. So while it's pressed, we're gonna say joystick. No. Gamepad dot set rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. So when we press the Y button, so to turn off the rumble, we can either turn the application off, or so let's say if I was to put that in, say if we do up to turn it off, you have to set it to 0. So Y and up, two random things. Up doesn't do anything at the moment. Y vibrates, boom. So Y up, boom, done. Okay, so let's have a look. Set gamepad ID to 1. I think it's using a similar thing as what system that SFML used. And the other thing I'm gonna check is yeah, it looks like we can access the code. Yeah, we are allowed to use the code. So what I'm going to do, copy that, whack it. Do we even have that? I was going to say, do we even have a file for credits or something? I think that's probably best if we do. Credits. So FML, SDL. Nope, we're going to remove the SDL stuff. So we got it for this dude as well. Part 3 is fine. Okay, so I'm going to remove all the SDL, references. Remove this. I'm going to remove, I need to actually add this back in. So I need to remove all the SDL stuff. So if I go to properties, it's in free section, it's in the include directory. It's in the general. And it's in input. And what is going on here? He said demi-rel says, so just code in a game engine. External libraries, Windows, SDL, remove the Rumble one as well. Windows machine lol. Don't get the reference. Okie dokie. And then the rest of it continues. Okie dokie, so I'm going to wrap up the live stream now. I will stay online for a few more minutes while, I can do a quick Q&A time. Q&A time. Afterwards, we'll end the stream. Okay, so while I commit, feel free to ask any questions. So tomorrow, what we're gonna do is actually finish off the Rumble you was using that one. So tomorrow we're gonna finish the Rumble off. I don't see it taking any longer than that. I mean, I think the Rumble stuff is a good example of perseverance for the feature, for the simple reason when like the gesture stuff when we was doing it, that took ages. What? How many videos was it? 16, 17? We were progressing, and I was like, okay, it just seemed like a matter of figuring out values and numbers. With the Rumble, it wasn't built into SFML. Like, we need to figure out a way. We figured out a way. Found some external library online. Got that working. Okay, so while using SFML instead of coding the basic stuff yourself, is it C or C++? It is C++. I'm a game developer. I made a game about the girl I love. Search. I made a game about my crush. I'll Google that. I made a game about my crush. Okay, so her is saying, why are you using SFML instead of coding the basic stuff yourself? Like what basic stuff? Which ones? Give me some examples. Nope, that's not what it is. Can't really find it. Also gonna change this to this is part 1. Like window handling, event handling, rendering, etc. Okay, so yeah, that sort of stuff. The reason I use SFML or something else, let's say SDL for example, is like I was saying, for the whole purpose of the engine for me was less to do those low level stuff. I enjoy that low level stuff, but that's a lot of work to get what SFML and SDL already do, and probably Allegro and a bunch of other stuff as well. For me, it was about creating a game engine that I can reuse for creating games that I just really want to make and play myself, and share them to the world as well. Free pay, that at the moment is irrelevant, but then also expand upon it and use my own features that I think are generic in games, like the gestures, for example. You could simply just use BGFX. It is some sort of C++ library that allows me to just do very basic stuff. Okay. Rendering library looks interesting. It's got Vulkan support, so it's definitely pretty hot on it. Never heard of this before. Who is using it? So these are the things that are, some of the things that are using it. I'm pretty sure I've heard of Off-Road Legends, heard of Talk. I said just a game engine. I heard of IO Quake. Played a Football Manager 2018. I mean, that everyone has. Talking Tom 2 as well. Minecraft uses it. Oh. Very interesting. What do you think about Golang? It seems alright from the little bit that I've seen. Do you think using DirectX is better or OpenGL? Overall, I'd say OpenGL. More cross-platform. It's open. So I recommend OpenGL unless you absolutely have to. If you're on some sort of specific, let's say, platform like Xbox where you have to. I love OpenGL, by the way. It is pretty awesome, to be fair. Steep learning curve. And Vulkan is even greater steep learning curve, but it is very, satisfying when you get, even if it's just something basic done. Okay. This is definitely an interesting thing to look at. Let me have a look if there's any YouTube tutorials for it. BGFX. BGFX. Not NGFX. BGFX. Not 4X. Could be potentially something I learn and create tutorials on. At a later date, I will be friends with you on Facebook. My name is Heli Mezgani with North Korea flag. Honestly, the best place to hit me up, because I don't really use Facebook, is Discord. So let me post the Discord group there. Discord. This is the best place to get hold of me and the community.
I assume you know how to clone. You should be at your above one, but it would be the same just with debug. So in the release,
So like a Minecraft style of music.
Underscore decode, include that one, and so on in the order.
You are welcome. So yeah, I will be wrapping up the stream now. I'll keep it up on for a few more minutes. Then I'm gonna wrap it up, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Okay, thanks. Wait, thanks. Like I said, I'll be on the stream for a few more minutes and then I'll wrap up. So any questions, now is the time to ask. Okay, I think that when designing the structure of your engine, try to make something similar to Godot's node concept. Godot's node concept, let's have a look. That's node concept. Scenes and nodes. Okay, so parent children sort of stuff. I mean, we've got something like that in there. So like if I go over to, let me switch view to folder view. You'll switch in a few seconds. Okay, so if we need to get back to the graphics stuff. If let's say you're drawing a sprite, sprite is what, it's not actually a public of drawable yet, clearly. It's been ages since I've looked into this. So if we go to rectangle, that's public of drawable. That's what that is. And in drawable, we have the draw methods, the set position methods, the get position methods, the size, the width, the border, the color, all moving it as well. All of that good stuff. And then in the rectangle stuff, we do override some set position stuff and set size stuff. Can't remember why we did that as well. What was the difference between it? I think it purely was for the drawing stuff. Yeah, because there's a bit of a difference, but then we do have a separation just in case we need it in the drawable. See this page, I think that's what I just checked out. But yeah, no, definitely a good suggestion. Having that sort of hierarchy is definitely good. Really want to make my own game engines. Well, can you recommend me some tutorials that are made for a kid like me? I mean, yeah, that'll get fixed if I go back to the solution view. Let's control B. Boom, done. They should have committed yes. Okay, so in terms of tutorials, I've got a bunch of stuff. Like, feel free to check out my S4MAL stuff, a few SDL stuff. What else have I? Dragon programming language. I'll have a Google at that in a second. But yeah, so game engine stuff. I would check out the Cherno. I mean, his stuff is pretty cool. I would also check out Molly Rocket. He's got a live stream. They do pretty much, a lot of days. It's been a couple of weeks since he's done it for coding a game engine and a game. And here is the Cherno's one. Okie dokie. So you say dragon. Let's have a look. Let's take a look indeed. The Batman says poggers, amulet, fellow neckbeards. Okie dokie. Yeah, it does look very simple. I'm gonna doubt that it's potential. It has enough power, not necessarily in terms of compute power, but in terms of functionality, as something like C++ does. Python doesn't. I'm gonna doubt that this does at all. So it still looks pretty interesting. I tried to create a programming language. I was at, what's that called? the hackathon they do. I don't know if they're still doing it because of the corona stuff. They might do some sort of online version. But it's not Engadget. What's that green blog website called? Oh. Yeah, why is that hackathon called? There's this really big one. I think it's one of the biggest ones around every single year. Whatever it is. Engadget? That's not Engadget. Whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called. I went there a few years ago. It would have been 2018 maybe? Or 2017? Nah, it wasn't 20. I think it was 2017. And me and a mate and I met somebody else there. We was creating a coding language using IBM Watson's API to essentially easily get stuff from the web, etc., and just use easy normal words. But yeah, we didn't win. It's a very interesting experience. They did not put that. It was so cold in that venue. It was so cold. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the stream now. I want to thank everyone for watching. I will see you soon, and I'm hoping to do another live stream later on today, and that live stream will be covering, it won't be a coding live stream, it'll be playing a game. It'll be playing Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Probably play 1 or 2 levels, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you soon, and goodbye, good night. If I for some reason don't do a live stream before Christmas, Merry Christmas, and hopefully you get all your Xbox Series X's and your PS5s, etc., and your PS1 if that's what you requested as well.